It's a game of chance, like life itself and everything. You're out there to relax. You're out there to fish, catch something. You might be out there to fish for eating. That's the way man's always been over the centuries since the caveman up. Fish for food, basically, and fish is the food of the water. And man's always been that way, whether it's fishing or hunting or whatever. That's the way the game was always played. It's just simple. Put the worm on the hook, throw him out in the water, and hang on. See what you get.
This is the St. Louis Riverfront Bike Trail, and it starts down off of Biddle, and it runs all the way out to Chain Rock Bridge. There's multiple things you can do down here. You can jog, you can walk, you can ride the bikes, or you can go off on the bank and you can fish. My name is Joe Robinson. I work as a trail maintenance guy, which means I ride up and down the trail, which is 13 miles long. If anything that I see out of order, or anything that needs to be picked up, trash or anything, I'm gonna do it. And just a friendly face all day long on the trail. What I like about the North Riverfront Bike Trail, I like the opportunity to meet a lot of people and a lot of interesting people. The fishermen around, they are exciting. They are smooth characters. They are friendly, they're nice, they're respectable. I've never been disrespected. I've never been talked to rudely by a fisherman. And I think it's maybe because they sit down there and fish and just have nothing but time to think and clear their mind and relax. So when we approach them, they're already relaxed. So this conversation and the situation goes on smooth.
My name is Ronaldo. We're out here basically a trail monitor. So we make sure that the river is maintained and we monitor as well. So we not police, but we kind of regulate certain things on the trail. We've been able to witness a lot of the fishermen and how their activity go, and a lot of the cyclists as well. I appreciate being here. I appreciate being a part of this. It's free. It gives, I mean, I get to look at the sky. I get to look at the river as it flows. I get to look at the traffic. It's so much traffic that goes on. So many things that go on without us even knowing. This river is responsible for this city being what it is. I appreciate that every time I'm out here. I find peace in that, just knowing. When you fish, a lot of people, they tend to find themselves out here. It attests to the culture. I mean, you gotta realize these guys, they speak, they're comrades, they all in the common goal, so you gotta know that they choose to speak amongst each other. That attests to the confrontational factor. There is none. Overall, that's a part of the culture. You have to really realize that these guys, they fish together, they've been knowing each other for years, and if you don't know, ask, they'll tell you. These are nice people out here.
Hi, I'm Darrell Aaron. Been fishing on this river for 47 years. I've been coming on the river ever since I was 12 years old. I can remember times when I'd sneak off from the house and my mom, where are you going? You know, and when I tell them I'm going fishing, they think I'm going to the neighborhood park. And I'll sneak off and come to the river, and if any of that was ever found out then, I think my fishing career would have ended early. As far as I can remember, my grandfather fished. I learned fishing from my father. I've got children that I've taught fish, grandkids who's fishing. I believe it'll be an ongoing thing as long as we got male species in the family. That's the only thing that brings me out here is to fish. The biggest fish I've caught is just here not too long ago. It was a 92-pound blue cat. Oh boy, that was one of the, out of all the time I've been fishing, that was the most exciting time, you know, I've ever had fishing. And, you know, even after getting it out, parading it up and down the river, you know, where everybody's saying ooh and ah, and, you know, caught it on a 7-foot ugly stick. That's an actual rod. It's just like that white one over there. Well, it was one night I was fishing down here by where they load the grain on the barges, and it was during the beginning of spring. Went off by myself just after being it rained. I hooked a huge fish. Went in to get it, and like I was explaining earlier, sometimes you might have to go in the edge of the water to get it. I went out, walked across the mud, and I sunk in the mud above my knees. and was there maybe about 2 or 3 hours until the guys who were loading the grain, they came down, threw me a rope, and pulled me out. And told me it'd be easy if I let the fish go, but I said, that's the reason I came in here. I'm not coming out without it. All the fish that I catch, you know, I store it in the freezer, and over the wintertime, we actually eat the fish. Some of this fish in here, you know, I prefer it over the store-bought pork, beef, and other meats that you get out of the store. Like I said, we eat this fish, and we eat quite a bit of fish. Sometimes we'll have fish 3 days a week. The strangest thing I pulled out, I believe, was, I think it was about a 5-foot eel. It's a snake-looking, I guess you call it fish. And even when you skin it and clean it, it still continues to twirl and wrap around your hand, and it don't stop until you freeze it or either fry it. Top fisherman? Yeah. Right here. Right here, and that's not by my own admission. Now I know some of the guys. I know the guy in the Durango. I know those guys. You can ask them about me; they'll tell you. I spend more time down here than the average fisherman, so that's why I'm known. Because anytime anybody comes down there, I'm here. Sometimes I've spent as long as 3 days. This is camp. This is camp right here. Other than, you know, we might gather wood to start a fire, but this is it. You know, I love to see when the animals come out. I was telling them about there's turkeys, well, we know snakes, possums, coons, coyotes. I've seen beavers, river otters, all kinds of animals. But my favorite is the turkeys and the raccoon. The raccoon, he actually come up and eat out of your hand. At least the baby ones will. Anytime someone, especially if they got the intent to come down and fish and have a good time, it's always nice to see the new people come down on the river where, you know, here it is. Just like I said, you run into a guy, show him a thing or two, and then here he's clinging to you for the next 8-10 years. You know, which is a delightful thing, you know, especially when you meet a positive person. You come fishing hoping to catch fish every time, you'll be disappointed most of the time. But like I said, the peacefulness, the serenity, if you just spend maybe a day trying to obtain any of that, I guarantee you'll be hooked. I guarantee you. Man, and I've been all over the world. I was in the military and all that, and I just have never been to a place where, you know, I desired to go back to, other than St. Louis. Never.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Terrence. They call me Terry, 41 years old, and I'm a fisherman. My dad used to bring me out here every weekend. It's relaxing, it's free. Don't have no worries out here. If you do, you're doing something wrong. Get out here, talk crap, drink some beer. You ain't gotta worry about a lot of women around. No offense. Well, I don't hang with no one but family. You know, you really can't hang with no one else. You know, get in trouble with other people. Oh yeah, we go all over Missouri, man. We'll be up in Springfield, Missouri sometime. No certain place. Today I'm using stink bait. It's called shad stink bait. You ever smelled this before? I have. That's the reason they call it stink bait. Yeah, stuffing it into the holes so it can get in there for the catfish can love it. Man, Rob, I can't even get this stuff. This stuff's so thick it won't even stick on mine. Oh, you got that other kind, you slick Rick, you. I see what you did. On the weight, different pounds. If I'm river fishing, I use probably a 5 ounce. This right here is probably like a 0.2 ounce or something like that. My little brother probably using a 5 out there in that river.
See all these little fish jumping
See all the fish jumping, that just let you know them big catfish coming through. They getting out the way. You know, of course, cat gonna be in here. They got them Asian carps. They took over the river about 10 years ago, and they getting worse. You got white perch. They call them white perch, but they, you know, drums. You got gar. I had a big old gar the other day. It got off though, but you seen the body come up, the big old teeth. He probably was sitting about 2.5 feet. I pulled him up to the top of the water, and that joker got off. He's in competition. He loved getting the first fish. He beat me the other day. Not often. Not often. But I tell you what, the best one I ever caught, I caught a spoonbill probably about like 6.5 feet long. And that's when I probably was about 16, 17 years old when I caught him. I just want to be out there on the sea, sitting on my boat and go fishing. If I catch a shark or a marlin, that'd be my ultimate fish. You know, marlins, man, sometimes they take 3-4 hours to get those fish in. That'll be so much excitement, man, you wouldn't understand. I just told my wife that you never know how long you be fishing, man. You might be out here an hour and decide to come home because you didn't get no hits. You might get about 20 hits and you ain't gonna leave. Oh, Rob, you jackrabbit. He be doing that crazy stuff, and next thing you know, he'll come out with a fish this big. Usually, people see us usually when we leave here, the neighborhood that we stay in. We'll stop at the gas station up there. You'll see 100 people around our car looking at our fish and stuff. And next thing you know, when y'all go back, let me know. They love fishing. A lot of people don't like to take the time out. We gotta take time out to do it. I guess because it's in our blood. We've been doing it ever since we were babies, so.
When I was a small child, I always wanted to learn how to fish. So I never had no one to teach me. So me and my cousin came out here and started teaching ourselves. And we've been doing it for years.
Me and my cousin, we fish all the time. Every week, we try to get out once or twice a week. My kids now, they don't want to go, so it's just me and my cousin, really. We the only ones still fishing. I fish every Sunday, any day I can get off for work during the week.
We're related. That's my young cousin, my small but big cousin. I'm the oldest between the two. We see who can catch the largest fish or the most fish and give us time to be by ourselves, you know, enjoy life and the outdoors, you know. It's relaxing, you know, when we off for work, that's how we enjoy our holiday. I'm the better fisherman. I catch the most fish, the largest fish, and I catch fish when no one else catches them. Oh, I have one on the line now. Excuse me. The biggest fish I ever caught was probably 25, 30 pounds. Yeah, I'm real competitive about it.
Sometimes me and my cousin, we be out here, we fish for 12 hours. You know, as long as we're out here and we ain't bored, we stay. So there's so much stuff you can buy and so many kind of fish to fish for. You really just gotta know what you're doing. I usually fish for catfish, spoonbill, bass, white bass. Usually, I always catch and release. I don't clean them anymore. Pretty much it's just calm, it's relaxing. Be out here in the water, and when you hook something good, you know, the thrill of reeling it in, that's what gets me out here. Yeah, then beating him at it every week. Beating my cousin every week at it. So we used to just do it for fun, but now we compete every week. I don't know, man, we've been doing it for like 3 or 4 years now. Well, I whooped him all last season. So it goes back and forth. It really does. It just goes back and forth.
Some days it's like a hit and miss. You know, some days you come out here and catch 100 fish. And other days you come out here and don't catch nothing. You can have 6, 7 poles out in the water and the fish will just sit here and look at you or bounce and flop around, let you know that they're there. The good story for a fisherman to tell is the one that got away or the one that you caught. That's pretty much the only one, you know. That pretty much gives you bragging rights on who the better fisherman is. Today it's been a sad story. Tomorrow it'll be a lot better. There's a lot of guys that use a lot of different fishing bait. I mean, from worms to dough bait to shrimp, you know, it all depends on the fisherman. But all of them seem to work. You know, it just all depends on the fish itself.
So Mark McMurray, owner of Bluff City Tackle. It's been a family business since 1991, and currently I'm the 100% owner now though. If you go back 20 years when I just got into the bait business, trapping is what I love to do. That is what I enjoy to do. And I wanted to have a retirement business that was not busy in basically November, December, January when you're trapping. So I wanted to have a business that when I retired I could make a little money and then go trapping for 2 or 3 months in the fall. Yeah, it's a very up and down, very seasonal business. We're busy usually from mid-March, usually through the summer until it gets real hot, and then it slows down when it gets real hot, and then it'll start picking up again actually in September. Today is particularly slow because they do have all the boat ramps shut down, so nobody can get access to the river. It's been filmed during the time when the government shut down all of the boat ramps over there, and the access area behind the dam is Corps Engineer land. So they've closed all the boat ramps. I don't understand really why, because there's no people there normally anyway, but they're closed, and that's one reason it's slow in here. Well, it's a lot of artificial tackle, hooks. The bread and butter of the business is live bait, frozen bait, hooks, sinkers, bobbers, line. Those are the things that people use every day, and they use them up. You don't sell as many rods and reels because they don't have to buy them as often. So it's this kind of like all of that stuff is like food. It's the stuff that they have to constantly buy and reuse. So those are the things you concentrate on and try to sell. Our best sale for bait is usually minnows and night crawlers, and then frozen fish. That's what works for here. The big catfish that are in the river are caught on cut bait, and so we usually go through about 4 to 5 of the big freezers full a year of cut bait, and then minnows, we get minnows weekly. Catfish bite those, bass. So I want to say that the number one thing that's come about with buying this is I did meet my wife here. So she was a customer coming in, and we've been married now 6 years. So that's the number one thing that come out of it.
No, I'm not in that dirty water, Mama. It smells
You
like
ready,
fish.
Big Mama? You ready?
Yeah.
So what brings you out here to fish?
My son and my uncle. And I need to relax my mind, too.
How does it help you relax your mind?
They sit down and that thing. You gotta have patience, too.
So y'all make it like family time when y'all come out here?
Right, yeah.
Nobody interrupts you?
Right.
Ain't gotta hurt nobody?
Ain't gotta hurt nothing behind you.
Just the waves of the ocean?
Right.
Not the ocean, but the river.
Yeah.
What about these two? You gotta hear them, right?
I know them. I get knowing them. Yeah.
What kind of fishes do you be looking to catch?
Anything I can put on the stove.
So you cook all the fish you catch?
Yeah, I cook them and I clean them and I cook them.
So how did you get started fishing?
My grandpa, they deceased now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Last time I went fishing with my grandpa, I was 11 years old. Now I'm 50.
What do you use for your bait?
Night crawl. Do you want to touch it?
You want to teach one of us how to do it?
All right, let me take that worm off. Y'all know
You
how
sure you
y'all
want to do it, Jazz?
y'all know how y'all girl is. Scared something that crawl in the tree, y'all fingers. Y'all know how y'all girls is.
I'm scared of worms.
See, I told you.
Get this on camera because I'm going to need this for later.
I'm not finna do it for you. It take you all day to do it. I ain't got all day to do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you. You see it boy right there? Put the tree here. Be sick.
Oh, man.
Keep on going.
Okay, it's on there. I did it.
We gotta get that boy to put all that
Why you still moving? You see that flying fish? I am terrified of worms.
on. Not no more, you ain't.
That's called ambition.
Right. Don't throw the pole.
I'm not gonna throw the pole.
You hold it, and when you throw it, you put that button down.
When I throw it,
Push the button and let it go.
Yeah.
when you get in the water, let it go.
Right. Don't let the pole go.
Let the button go.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Right
go
hand,
all the
left
way
hand.
back.
Am I supposed to press the button right now?
Now press the button and you do it. Let's do it.
I didn't get nowhere.
Once you push the button, you let it go.
Yeah.
What brings you to this particular fishing spot?
Whatever fish catch. You hear me?
Yeah. Have you ever caught anything interesting over in this particular fishing spot?
No.
No,
Just fish.
just fish.
Only fish.
What's
Well-
your favorite type of fish to eat?
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah. They ain't got no buffalo in the Mississippi River. They ain't got that.
Where you get that from?
Huh?
Where you get that from?
At the store. At the store.
I wouldn't change a thing about the trail. I like it just how it is. I like the environment, I like the bicyclists, I like the fishermen. And I wouldn't change a thing about it.
What does the fox say?